This is a showcase of the music and the records and CDs of Sinead O'Connor. I am a huge fan of Sinead O'Connor since the very beginning. 1987, her debut came out. And I want to talk about her because she's had a tempestuous personal life, emotional life. Tragedy has just occurred with the loss of her son. And the turmoil emotionally, mentally, artistically, has been quite dramatic. Some might say some of her own creations, but a lot of outside forces too. And what I admire about Sinead O'Connor is her obviously her music artistry, her vocal styling. I like her politics, and like people who I appreciate, and some of the musicians I appreciate, she wears those on on her sleeve literally. And in these times right now, I think that's a major plus for me. I know I get people occasionally dumping on, when I do political videos or make my personal political comments. I try to give you a warning, but I don't always. And they're few and far between, but I think that's a part of music and a part of life, and it's a part of my life. And those visiting my channel need to understand that. And you can always move on for those videos if they don't suit your personal political taste, needs, wills, wishes, whatever. But I just picked up this record. This is the first time this came out on vinyl. It's a double album, and it's so far the best of Sinead O'Connor. And I played this twice this weekend. And I've had this on compact disc since it came out, the original version of this. And this is an unbelievable, wonderful record. I shouldn't say unbelievable, because it's not unbelievable. She's made some of the most poignant, beautiful, and epic records of the last 30 years or so. And this really shines. And Sinead O'Connor came out of nowhere, seemingly out of nowhere, at least for this listener, with this album, The Lion and the Cobra. And the powerhouse opening of Jackie, how that starts a little slow and it builds up. And then Mandinka, which was all over MTV as well, was it was a shock of the new in a way. It wasn't really post-punk, it was modern, it was danceable, it was brilliant. And her voice and her shaved head, which I certainly appreciate, but there weren't a lot of women who looked like that. And this wonderful Irish waif of a woman in a way, and I mean that with all the due respect, just put out this thunderous album. And it's an album that holds up today. And I'm in love with this record. It has a song here called I Want Your Hands on Me, which I do have another 12-inch single here, I believe. It's this one with MC Light, 12-inch remix. And what was great about it is some of her music really translated and was remixed for the club scene at the time, the late 80s, mid 80s. So I just want to say this album is a must in any collection. And if you haven't heard it, it's something that you need to hear. Wonderful album, wonderful woman. This breakthrough album, which was even a more powerful statement in terms of the chart action, where she covered Prince's song. She actually was the originator. I think Prince wrote it for someone else, and she covered Nothing Compared to You. And the close-up of her face in that video, her eyes, the emotion in her eyes, and just focused on her face for the entire 4+ minutes is nothing short than magnificent. It's a stunning, beautiful song to begin with, and Sinead made it hers. This is a beautiful record, but this is the second album. I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got, Sinead O'Connor. This is this was also a 12-inch, but this is a CD single of The Emperor's New Clothes, which was from that first album with Mandika. And there's an LP version and there's a main mix version. And The Emperor's New Clothes was all over MTV as well. And it's a fantastic, fantastic song. Then we have the EP Fire on Babylon, a dramatic rendition, huge bass, huge drums, reggae dub-like with her massive vocals. Obviously, dub is without vocals, but a fantastic piece of music on this EP. She does a version of I Believe in You, the Bob Dylan song from Last Train. A stunning version of that. And this is a song that she was about to do, I believe, at the 30th anniversary Bob Dylan concert at Madison Square Garden. I was at that show. It was a celebration of 30 years of Dylan, and Sinead O'Connor came out, and the fucking audience booed her after Chris Christopherson introduced her. Remember, this is just several days after she appeared on Saturday Night Live, where she sang that song and ripped up a picture of the Pope because of the abuse in the church, in the Catholic Church, and she got booed off that stage, and she went into a different song, an a cappella song, and then she ran off stage and broke down. And you can see, if you've ever seen the video clip, Chris Christopherson just hugs her and she starts sobbing. And also a great version on here of House of the Rising Sun and The Streets of London, the Ralph McTell folk song. A beautiful song here. She's not afraid to sing and say whatever she wants, and that has been a disservice to her, but I tell you, I admire her for doing that. Here is Faith and Courage. Here is another EP, somewhat of an EP. This is Sinead O'Connor's Gospel Oak, and it's dedicated to the people of Israel and the people of Ireland. Here is the album Universal Mother, and this has the original version of Fires on Babylon. This is Theology from 2007, and this has sort of two versions of the album. It has the Dublin sessions and then the London sessions, and it's not exactly duplicate of everything, but she has different musicians, different members of the band on here. Another fantastic record. As far as I'm concerned, she's never made a bad record, and she's gone from the heavy beat music mixed in with reggae, as I said, mixed in with a little bit of hip hop, but also some really beautiful standards and beautiful Irish folk music. This is her album, which I'm not going to even pronounce. It's Gaelic, and it's a great Irish classic of an album with her beautiful, stunning vocals on it. So highly recommended if you like more of the Irish traditional with modern takes by Sinead O'Connor. And this is a fantastic CD. Just love this one. It's from 2002. This 2005 album is Lay Down Your Arms. I would say probably her most overtly political album, although she's always like pushed political songs here and there. This is an intense album, and it's a beautiful album. Again, her vocals shine, and it adds something to the power of these songs. She has a song called Marcus Garvey, Curly Locks, Vampire, War, Throw Down Your Arms. Great, great record. Powerful album. Now, this was an unusual one that slipped by a lot of people in 2014. I'm not bossy. I'm the boss. Sinead O'Connor. This wig and this outrageous dressing for her, feminist, political, overtly political artist puts out an album like this. All the balls, man, seriously, to put this out. And this is a really, really good record, unusual record, and she rocks out in it in her own way. The last collection I have is a really fantastic collection, and this is, again, highly recommended. I'd love to have this on vinyl. This came out, I believe, in 2005, and this is Collaborations. And this has collaborations with her with Massive Attack, with let's see, Jawabble, Invaders of the Heart, Afro Celt, with the Blockheads, with with the U2, obviously it's a Irish combination, with Peter Gabriel, Blood of Eden, Damien Dempsey, with The Edge and Sinead O'Connor, and ends with Sinead O'Connor and Terry Hall. This is a wonderful mix type of album and a great collection, and this would make for a fantastic double album. But anyway, I'm here because of this release that just came out, Sinead O'Connor double album on Chrysalis Records. If you don't have any of her music, this is a fantastic intro that really gives you an overview. This is a Rebel song, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, which she does obviously from the musical Evita. She has some of those type of tracks on one of her albums as well. Empire, Bomb the Bass. Success Has Made a Failure of Our Home. Jackie, Fire on Babylon. Thank You for Hearing Me, The Emperor's New Clothes, Mandika, and Nothing Compares to You. But a fantastic record, fantastic artist. And my heart goes out to her and the troubles she's gone through emotionally, physically, and with the loss of her son. So Sinead O'Connor, in our times right now, what's happening in the world, to me this music is necessary and very powerful, yet very beautiful. So Mazzy loves you.